Hey everyone, in this video I will show you how to set up a React app from scratch using Webpack and Babel. We will configure Webpack and use Babel to compile JSX and get the React app running with the hot reload. This video is perfect for beginners who want to learn how things work under the hood, and let's dive in and build our custom React app. As you can see in this workspace, we are starting from scratch. Let's begin by running the npm init, which will create the required package.json for our application. Yes. Okay. Here we have our package.json created. Let's begin by installing the required dependencies. The first dependencies we need is React and React DOM. Install React DOM. Okay, we have the React and React DOM installed now. The next dependencies we need is Babel and Webpack. Okay, these are the required dependencies we have required for our application. We have Webpack CLI. There are a bunch of couple of dependencies, right, which is required for building and compiling our application. Okay, so as you can see in our package.json, these are the required dependencies, dev dependencies we have installed. Okay, we have Babel related packages and we have Webpack related packages, and in the dependencies, application dependencies, we have installed React and React DOM. Okay, let's continue by creating the required Webpack configuration file. Webpack.config.js. Okay, what Webpack will do is it will it is responsible for building our application and running the application. Set of configuration which is required for the application that we have configured here in the webpack.config.js. If you're interested, you can go through the configuration and about the Webpack in detail. Basically, these are the configuration which is required for our application. This have a set of configuration like what is the entry file, we have what is the output, how it will look like, and what is regarding the module configuration. Everything we have as part of this configuration file. Yeah, moving on. The next configuration file we required is dot babel rc. Okay. Okay, why we are using Babel is what the basically Babel will do is it will compile our JSX and latest JavaScript code into browser compatible code. Okay, let's create a required HTML file. Okay, let me create a public directory. Inside that I will create a index.html. Okay, let's put some HTML code here. Okay, this will be very basic. We have the head, inside that title, and here we have the body. Okay, here I will create a very simple div, and let's call the id as root. This is very important. This is where we will be binding the rendering the our React application here into the root div. Okay, let's create our React.js source code. What we'll do, we will create a source directory. Okay, inside that I will create my first JSX file. Okay, yeah, let's write some React code into this. First, let's begin by importing the React. Okay. Um, let's create our app component. Um, okay, what I have done is I have imported the React dependency. Then I have created simple the function component, app component. Okay, let's do the binding. Okay, for that I need one more dependency. Import create root from React DOM / client. Okay, let's do the binding. First we have to create the root element. How we can do is we have created this one. We have create root. Inside that we have to pass the DOM reference. Document dot get element by id. You remember we had in the index.html. Um, if you go back here, the index.html, we had created div with the root div with id root. The same we have to create the root element for that. For that we have to in the index.jsx we have to provide the same id here. Okay, we have created this root element, then assign it to some variable, create root. Okay, yes, then after that we have to render the application. For that, root dot we have the render function. In that we have to pass this application component reference. How we will do? Okay, the app. Okay, sorry about that. Render app. Yep, all set. Okay, a quick recap about how what we have done in this file is, as a first step we have imported a React dependency. Then we have from the React DOM dependency we have imported the create root. Then we have defined a very basic functional component, that is app component, which will be returning a h1 tag with the text as hello React app. Then using the create root function, we have created a root element by passing the root a root div reference by if you remember in the index.html we had created a div by the IDS root. As you can see in this HTML file we have a div id as root. Same we will be here, he will be passing the to the create root function, we will be passing the same DOM reference. Once the root element is created, we root element provides a render method. We will be passing the our functional component app component to the render function. That's it on this file. Let's try to run this one, run this code and see. To run, we can add a script into this. Let me add a script, right? Like start script. Okay. As we have discussed, to run this application, React application, we'll be using the uh, Webpack serve, and this provides an option mode development. By passing the mode option as development, this will provide us the hot reload facility during the development environment, which will be required. Okay, let's try to run npm run start. Here we go. We have created our first React application by using the Webpack and Babel. Let's modify some changes, right? Like let's try to add some changes and see how this behaves. Let's try to add one more h1 tag. As you can see, as I make the changes, this is a reloading application, and we can see the changes here. Yep. That's about the hot reloading which is provided from the Webpack. And that's it for today. Now we have set up a React app from scratch using the Webpack and Babel. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe more for helpful dev content, and drop a comment if you have any questions or the suggestions for the future videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coding.